A friend and neighbor was doing a total remodel of their 60s Florida home, and it was full of this beautiful aged cedar. I hauled it home and got busy using it in my art projects, like these turtle cutouts that will sell like hotcakes at my art shows. And since I have 5 coming up this fall, I pre-made 6 of them and will finish them in various ways. So stay tuned to this video and see how I turned this one into a tropical sunset oasis. About painting it and then drawing on or painting on a palm tree. I thought about painting so that the palm tree was this way or maybe at an angle, but I think what I want to do is paint it so that the turtle itself is vertical instead of horizontal, and then I could do a nice big palm tree here. She is sanded. I don't sand my wood so that it's perfect. I still want the wood to be a little bit rough and distressed. I'm going to do brown or kind of a, more browns down here, blues, maybe a purple, and then reds and oranges up here. So these are the colors that I'm going to use: Liquitex Basics, Acrylic, and Raw Sienna and Burnt Sienna, and then red oxide from the dollar store, believe it or not. Liquitex Basics Bright Aqua Green, Liquitex in Thiocyanine Green, I'm not pronouncing that right, Art Smith Turquoise Blue, and then Amsterdam, I don't even know what this is, something phthalo blue. And then at the top is going to be Liquitex Cadmium Red Deep Hue, Reeves Acrylic in medium yellow, and then Vermilion from the dollar store. So I'm going to start at the bottom. And what I'm going to, I wish I had some sand. I could put that on later with some Mod Podge maybe. I'm going to put brown down here. I'm going to wet my brush just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and do the edges too. Very quick. I wish this was a little bit more brown. Add some more burnt sienna. All right, now we are going to do a little darker at the top and then down in intensity. So I want to just about out of this one. Might be a little much. These are going to be blended together. Now here, I want a little bit of purple. And then here is going to be where the sun would be. So and just blend it into that blue a little bit so we don't have such a hard edge. Rinse my brush because I don't want a bunch of blues in there with my yellows and my reds, and we get a bunch of purple in our sunset, although sometimes you do get purples in the sunset, which is really cool. I see a spot there. I need to blend that a little bit more. I'll go ahead and do that. So just by wetting my brush, I'm blending the edges a little bit. Now see, I like that. And just blending There we go. That's better. That's better. All right, I'm going to blend my sunset. I like that. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. Let it dry. I'll try something new with my cameras today. Trying to 2 camera set. So I need to paint the edges. I did not get the edges on this well enough. And I'm just going to do it in black. A little bit of water. I'm just going to add a little bit of water to my acrylic paint. I think this is just what Anita's all-purpose acrylic paint, I think from, I don't know, Hobby Lobby or Joann or wherever. Might have been a little bit too much water. No, it's just right. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do the edges, but I also need the black paint for what I'm going to do on this turtle is draw a palm tree. And then once that's dry, I'm going to add something to the bottom to mimic sand, probably some of my chunky mix would paint the edge, and then we're going to paint the palm tree. Doesn't matter to me. I have a feeling this is not going to work with this brush. This brush is just too, it's just so messy. This is my sand. I think I'm going to start here and maybe just down to here, and then do my branches out. This is going to be a royal palm with beautiful flowing fronds. I know I need more paint. I'm not going to water it. I'm not going to water it down. So here we go. I got a good bit on my brush, and I'm just going to start at the top. Okay, and then I guess I can just fill in right here with my smaller brush. Yeah, I'm not real happy with that chip brush. It just, the individual bristles want to kind of spray out a little bit, and it's just not real smooth. Get another, tell you, baby wipes are really good for cleaning up little boo-boos. Just that little one. That'll be fine. And then I really like how that looks. That turned out really well with this little brush. This is just, I don't even know where I got this. This may even be Dollar Tree. Or I don't have no idea. So we're just doing a long stroke. I want to taper it at the end. Oh, I had it going over there, didn't I? Okay. Because as I taper from the end, it kind of creates that wispy frond effect. And then what I want to do instead of just coming straight off that main branch and just sort of drawing the leaves, I want to gradually sort of draw them in just like that. So I'm pulling off of the main branch and then kind of adding that next leaf or the next frond. And now I want to add, I think I'm going to do one right here. I want it to be kind of wispy. And so I'm going to start midway on the, I guess, the spine of the frond, and then just sort of draw my next little leaf and on down like that. Then I'm going to do one over here. It's going to look like it's going to go off of the turtle. Sort of wispy. One up here. This chippy little brush works out really well because I don't want a hard edge on those fronds. I just want it to be kind of wispy. And I think I'm going to do a few more. I'm going to fill this thing out a little bit. I feel like this one needs to be a little longer, maybe. So cute. I really like that. I really like that a lot. And I think that's all the fronds I'm going to add, honestly. But I may come back, once this is dry, I may come back with, I don't know, maybe a brown or maybe even silver, or add something here. Maybe some coconuts. What do you think? But I like that. It's just very, very simple. This is very, very simple. All right, so for my next step, I want to put some sand on my bottom where my beach is. And boy, I got black all over my hands. So I'm just going to kind of dump it out. This is chunky sand from my beach that I've sifted some of the smaller fine grains out with a sifter because I don't all the time want the really fine sand. And I'm just going to spread it out so that I cover most of the bottom here. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, and so that's kind of what I wanted there. And I'm going to mix up some resin and go ahead and drizzle this. So I have seen tutorials using Mod Podge, and it works really well, but I don't think the long-term durability of Mod Podge is the same as resin. Resin's really going to seal that in. So I'm going to go ahead and apply resin, regular resin. I'm not going to use UV resin. Maybe like that. All right, we're going to do something. That'll be cute. Always have a well ventilated space. I have doors and windows open, the fan's going. So I've mixed my resin really well. This is KSRESIN Liquidy Split, my go-to. Wipe the stick off. And now I'm just going to drizzle all over my sand. And that's going to kind of lock it in and seal it in. And we probably will get some to drop off, but that is okay. That is okay. And so what this resin is going to do, it's going to self-level, and it's going to really seal in all this wonderful beachy goodness. All right. And then I want to add this guy right here, but I don't know if it's really going to stick unless I help it out a little bit with, I don't know, maybe some UV resin later on. I'm going to stick him on there and let's just see if that works. And my trusty little spatula from Dollar Tree, if you haven't bought these, you really need to go buy some. They're awesome for getting all the little bits out so you don't waste any. I don't think this is going to stick on here. I don't think that's going to stick. Maybe I'll just do that. I kind of like that. And then my starfish. I'm going to go right here. And then my olive shell, I'm going to put over here. I'm going to drizzle underneath this shell and see if it will help it stick. That might stick. And if it doesn't, honestly, I can just come back with some UV resin or some E6000. I'm just trying to get every little bit out. Just don't like to waste any part. Okay. While that's drying, this is still not dry, so I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna come back and add some defining details to the fronds and maybe add some coconuts. I'm not sure exactly what they're. The resin really set up really well. This has been setting overnight, and I'm just going to shake off the excess. Just gonna do it in the trash can. Quite a bit. I do have a gap here. I think I'm just gonna, see the top though. So I think I might just use UV resin on right here. I'm just gonna do that. I mean, honestly, you could use UV resin for this whole thing, but I don't know, UV resin, if you use it in a big quantity, you know, it can be expensive. So maybe just right there. And then for the rest of it, I think I'm just going to take a paint pen. All right, so for the tree, I'm just going to highlight with a gold paint pen and then a silver paint pen, just outlining the fronds. And then I don't know, I think I'm going to outline the tree itself with the silver and then use the gold and silver on the fronds. Let's secure this. And I have some more olive shells that I was going to put on here, but I think I could have put that there, but I think these are, I'm not going to put any more shells. But I did get these are cat's eyes, and I thought I could use these. I still had sand. I thought I could use these for the coconuts in the middle. I think that's kind of cute. And I could use UV resin on that too. Oh, what do you think? UV resin, would it work? I don't know why it wouldn't work. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna glob it on here. Arrange my coconuts. Oh, gee, nice coconuts. And I'm just putting enough of the UV resin in the middle that it will kind of stick together. Okay, now I'm done. I think that'll look cute. These are from Amazon Overseas and Artistro. I'll have to add these to my product descriptions. I think that's good enough. We'll just leave that. So let's just see how the silver looks. I'm going to outline the tree trunk of the palm tree. I'm trying to do one stroke, but it's kind of hard to run my hand along this wood. It's kind of rough, so I'm doing the best that I can. And I gotta make sure to get into the crevice because this was cedar, this tongue and groove cedar, so there are gaps where the cedar shoot. Okay, the cedar planks didn't quite fit together. I got a little crazy there. So I'm just going to take a black paint pen and fill in right there. There. And you won't even tell. All right, so let's finish this. Okay. Kind of hard to tell where. And the reason I want to outline is because up here where I added more of the blue and red to make purple, it's blending into the black. I mean, it's so purple that it's black. So that's why I wanted to add something to kind of outline where the fronds were. And it's going to be a little bit more difficult, I think, because I can't see it really well. I may not use the black at all, or not the black, but the gold. All right, we'll just start with that for right now. Yeah, that's making a huge difference. Kind of curving that one. And I have one here. I can hardly see it. And then one more. Okay, so that's the tree trunk, the fronds, and then I need to really, I think, highlight a few of where the individual fronds are, like that. I can hardly see this one. I kind of messed up on that frond a little bit, so maybe this will help me to kind of fix the, well, I didn't really mess up, it's just getting that black paint into where this tongue and groove gap was. I just couldn't get the pieces to fit together, and so it just leaves it kind of gappy. Like that. Do we want to add, I guess I could add just a little bit on the trunk here. Add the bands on the trunk. I mean, honestly, I could get really crazy with this thing and really bling it out, but I'm not going to. I think he's done, or she's done. No, actually, what I do need to do is add a coat of polyurethane. Other than that, I think she's done. All right, so other than adding a hanger on the back and a quick coat of polyacrylic on the front, she's done. I really liked how it turned out. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new and decide to give it a try. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment and I'll be sure to answer. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching again. Bye. See you next time.